The Oklahoma City PD suddenly had a chief suspect to tie in with the recent slayings. A man that didn't exist. The second, in Key West, Florida, concerned a dishwasher at a local diner. He was known on the street as Ugly Charlie. That night was the first night that two kids, Latino illegals fresh from a dirt-poor country drawn to the land of the soft touch, America, beat him up for his day's wages. The old man didn't fight back, so the punks put him on their regular list. The beatings were superficial. They wanted the victim to be able to work and earn money after all. They never considered that a scar-faced old dishwasher, uglier than hell, could have a friend more chilling than their worst nightmares. But why should they? They had found another easy touch. Their first mistake would happen some months later, when they would incapacitate the old man, temporarily ending a weekly payday. They would, regretfully for them, make a second. The third was in Washington, D.C. A memo circulated to the heads of departments of the DEA, Drug Enforcement Administration, nationwide, stated, "It is a long way from the Californian mansions of elite North American dealers to the Bolivian Indian peasant villages in Chapare, where the manufacture of cocaine begins. Snow blows north, from the high Andean plateaus of Bolivia and Peru, where most of the coca crop is grown, to Colombia, where historically it has been refined into cocaine, to Panama and the Bahamas, whence it is transshipped via southern Florida to final markets across North America." With the recent and dramatic reduction in drug trafficking-related arrests in southern Florida, we could be forgiven for thinking that we have won a major battle in the drug war. Sadly, this appears not to be the case. Department analysts have today produced figures that show the annual $100 billion black economy in the U.S. is alive and well, if anything, on the increase. In conclusion, we must therefore assume that the Colombian cartels have changed their export-import arrangements. The implications are grave. Part 1. Old Prose. Chapter 1. The northeast trade wind had slackened by the time it reached the end of the island chain, where now, little more than a whisper, its final act was to stir the white concrete dust of the Key West International Airport ramp and blend the scents of aviation fuel, sea salt, and mudflats with the whine of spooling down jet engines, a 4-foot-above-sea-level greeting to the disembarking passengers from the morning Miami service. The first passenger to leave the American Eagle flight, a man by the name of John Winter, tilted his face briefly towards the cloudless sky, a nod of recognition. He knew the smell, the sound, and was, for a moment, back in a cramped cockpit, running his final instrument and control checks, nodding his head forward to his wingman at the start of a take-off roll. An ex-pilot returning to the fold. Except it was more than that. There was a term for the odd twists of fate: synchronicity. Most ordinary men might have accepted a chain of incidents as being hinged together by simple coincidence. Chance encounters, God moving in mysterious ways, would have turned their backs, let it lie. But then Winter was no ordinary man. He checked his watch, a little after 10, and went into the terminal to collect a set of car keys from the Avis desk. 10 minutes later, he eased the red Chevrolet Lumina out of the airport, turning right on South Roosevelt. Sarge's airport diner was modelled on a 1950s eatery, black and white tiled floor, long red plastic-finished counter with matching red vinyl-covered swivel chairs. A chrome jukebox in the corner was pumping out old 50s music. On the whitewashed walls were framed pictures of some of the stars of that era.